Another Mr. Carter. This is philosophy. Looking at the shootings that happened in Orlando. Um, After that mess, you're seeing a lot of uh, the shooter was looking about dating men and women. In third grade, he was talking about sex and violence. He talked about killing his whole class, 2007. So that got me to philosophy on how a society that doesn't like abortion or killing people, even mass murderers or the death penalty, will ever fix what's going on when people that straight up said they're going to kill everybody in their class, they haven't done anything yet. So there's no consequences that you can justify. So if society doesn't change to not, it's supposed to be survival of the fittest in every species, apparently, except for this one. And they just want everyone to live. So how can you ever combat people who are terrorists? No matter what they say, it's like a year in jail for talking. People are even against that, saying freedom of speech. And until they do something, there's nothing you can do. If people don't realize that, somebody who's accused of being a mass murderer, there's 100% evidence he admits it, there's no chance of him not having committed the murder, aren't just killed, then you're just having taxpayers pay a bunch of money to keep somebody that could get out of jail or get an earlier sentence sit in jail until they do it again, or they just write to people that they want to do it again. There's nothing that stops anybody in prison from writing to or blogging to other people to do the same thing, just the same as ISIS is blogging and tweeting for other people to do the same thing. So if you have a society that's completely anti anything violent, and then they get mad when something violent happens, well, whose fault is that? In 2007, when the guy said that he was going to shoot his entire class, at that point, he should have been taken out, psychologically evaluated. If it's determined that he's violent, he should have been killed. 50 people in a nightclub would now be alive. How about all the people that he's talked to since then and uprowed them to do the same thing? All the future attacks that you would have prevented. All the conversations he's had that have tried to turn people to his side that would have been stopped in 2007. I mean, that's 9 years of his bad attitude not being on this planet. But because everybody is so anti-killing, they're never going to stop it. There's no way you can stop terrorism without death. When terrorists took over the plane, if the people on the plane had a gun, they could shoot the terrorists, but that required death. How else would you stop them? Oh, tackle them. Yeah, did that work? Pretty sure they executed everything but one. And everybody on the plane still died. So, that's just current philosophy on what I'm seeing. Society is anti-killing people, and then the people who want to kill other people, they get mad at. You can't have it both ways. It's survival of the fittest, and if you want to protect those that aren't the fittest, you got to get rid of the wolves. So that's Mr. Carter philosophy episode. I think this is 2. Thank you. By the way, I'm a 34 Mensa genius. I have a double bachelor's because I just do not like to read and don't want to do a master's. I have 5 licenses, all in finance industry. Thank you for listening.